Hello. So we find that students are generally very confused when it comes to the place value and the face value. So a very simple technique that my cousin, who is also a teacher, Lata mentioned, it's very simple, Bhuvna. All that you have to do is to remember that your face, wherever you are, whether you are here, whether you are in the market, whether you are in the wedding, wherever you go or wherever you are placed, will remain the same. I said, yes, that's absolutely right. So she said, similarly for the numbers also, whether you're looking at the face value of a number, say 4, wherever it is placed in, let's say, a 4-digit number or a 3-digit number or a 6-digit number, is going to remain the same. So 4, the face value of 4 will always be 4 wherever it is going to be placed. Just like my face remains the same, similarly, the face value of the number also remains the same. I said, that's wonderful. That's a beautiful idea. And I think that will be a great kind of a tip for the children. She also said, but then look at yourself. Your face remains the same, right? But then when you are positioned, depending on where you're positioned in the family tree, for example, for your children, you are the mother. For example, she referred to me. She said, okay, for my children, I am the mother. For my mother, I am the daughter. For my grandmother, I am the granddaughter. For my husband, I am the wife. So my position, or rather my relationship with a particular person, changes as my position in the family tree changes. I said, that's wonderful. So she said, similarly, for a number, depending on where it is positioned, your place value changes. So I found this really interesting and I thought it would be very useful for all children and all students because you generally get confused about it. So I've taken a few examples. Let's look at the first one. It is 9865. Remember, first I have written the face value and I have written the place value. So face value is wherever I go, it is the same face, right? Similarly, wherever the particular number, here I have underlined 5. So wherever 5 is positioned, whether it is positioned here, here, here or here, it is going to remain, the face value is going to remain the same. Are we all in agreement? Yes, because it is the face value we are talking about. So wherever we go, the face value will be the same. So I'm going to say that in the first case, the face value is 5, second is also 5, third is also 5, and fourth is also 5. Immaterial of where the number is going to be placed, because the face value is the face and you carry it across as the same. Now let's look at the place value. Remember, I told you in the family tree, for my children, I am the mother. For my husband, I am the wife. For my brother, I am the sister. So my position, depending on where I am in the family tree, it keeps changing, and that's how the place value also changes for wherever 5 occurs, in which particular position it is in. So let's look at the first one. It is 9865. 5 comes in the, remember we start with the units column, tens column, hundreds column and the thousands column. 5 comes in the units column, so it is 5 into 1, which is nothing but 5. So your place value of 5 in the first one is 5. Let's look at the second one. Remember, we also said that the face value wherever 5 is, it's going to be the same. So let's look at the place value of 5 in the given number 8354. So we say this is the units column. This is the tens column. 5 comes in the tens column. So it is 5 multiplied by 10, which is nothing but 50. So did you see that the face value remains the same here? The face value is the same here across all these numbers, but the place value, because the position of 5 is in the units column here, it is 5. Because of the position of 5 is in the tens column here, the place value is 50. Let's look at the next one. Do you want to make a guess? Let me give you a second for you to look at the numbers, next two numbers, and tell me what the place value of 5 is in those two numbers. Yes. I think you've already got it. Let's check whether your answers are right. So the first one is, or rather the third one here is 5631, and we're looking at the place value of 5. Always underline it so that you don't make a mistake. And then you say, okay, which particular column is it in? Is it in the units column, tens column, hundreds column, or the thousands column. So you notice that it is in the thousands column. So you take that number, whichever you have underlined, multiply it by 1000. 5 into 1000 is nothing but 5000. And so your place value of that number will be 5000. The face value is always same in material of wherever it occurs, but the place value, depending on where it's positioned, will keep changing. So here it is 5000. And the next one, it comes in the units, tens and hundreds column. So 5 multiplied by 100 is nothing but 500. Isn't that absolutely easy? So whenever you're given such a question, just remember what Latha ma'am had said. She said that immaterial of wherever the position of the digit is, its face is the same. So the face value remains the same wherever it is. The place value depends on where it is positioned in that particular number. Take that number, multiply it by the position, whether it is in the units column, multiplied by 1, tens column multiplied by 10, hundreds column multiplied by 100, thousands column multiplied by 1000, or the 10,000s column multiplied by 10,000, the lakhs column multiplied by a lakh, depending on whatever the number may be. And then get the answer, and that is the place value. Isn't that amazing? Face value and place value are no longer difficult or confusing for any of us, right? I hope you enjoyed this. Do practice it with this idea in mind. Thank you.